Hey guys, my name is Kunal and you're listening to the podcast The Voice Within. The topic for today is depression by choice. So guys, when we first hear about the word depression, we try to relate it to some kind of condition or a situation. And I hear so many youngsters and people of my age talk about being depressed. And sometimes I truly wonder like how many of these are actually depressed and can depression be defined somehow, understand whether someone is depressed or not. So here's an instance from my life. Around an year or so ago, I had this opportunity to work for the anti-narcotics department of Navi Mumbai. Its aim was to replace addiction towards drugs with art, by giving students the platform or the material that they need to perform their particular art. So after almost a week, this event was week long, and after this event concluded, they conducted a seminar where the senior vice president of Amway was present, and we all, the coordinators from all the different colleges, we sat before him and few other dignitaries. So, after sharing his thoughts over the initiative, he asked the crowd, "What do you mean by depression?" And now most of the coordinators started answering these questions. They had different things to say about it. I don't remember each one of it, but I remember few of them. So most of them said that depression is somehow related to the sadness. You feel sad when you're depressed. Also, some said that it is the loss of desire to do something in your life, chase your dreams, etc., etc. And somewhere I do agree that all of these words somehow define depression, but I don't think they entirely sum up the meaning of depression. So I was lost because I couldn't find a definitive meaning of depression, and none of the other answers sounded satisfactory to me. And then it hit me while thinking, and I asked for the mic and I said, "Sir, I think depression is not a situation at all. I think it is an emotion. And like other emotions, I think it has a trigger. And I think this trigger is us ourselves and sometimes an external factor. So, when we fail ourselves or when we feel that we fail ourselves, we get depressed because now all the negative emotions start to cloud our brain and block the way for true judgment from our inner voice. Like, in my episode 1, like I'm talking to you guys now, like in my episode 1, Self Doubting Soul, I shed some light on how undertrained our inner voice is and, how we fail to ask the necessary questions. Because when we jump to conclusions without analyzing what went wrong, we may fall into the trap of self doubt, anxiety, loss of confidence, etc. etc. And there are truly extreme cases of depression caused by external emotional trauma which need medical assistance. And I truly feel for such people. And if I encounter any such person in my life, I will try my best to help them. But when I hear people, young people who are depressed because they are not able to cope up with studies or not happy with their body or looks or current financial situation or suffering social acceptance problems, this is to those people. You are depressed by choice. Like though you did not choose to get stuck in that pit, you chose to stay, and that is the cause of depression. So you are the cause of depression. Now, you might say it's easier for me to say, hell no, I have been there. I have tasted and breathed the depth of depression. I have lost friends to it. I have lost my child within me to it. And I still feel that I was the cause for it. I wasn't comfortable talking to people. I did not take charge of my emotions. I let the situation control my fear, my anxiety, and let it make decisions for me. So even today, I believe somewhere that whatever I lost, it is totally on me. Now, we all need to understand this that it is part of life to face problems and, have major setbacks in life. It is also completely normal to feel sad and lost for some time in wake of these events because these events take a lot from us, truly. But, letting the events control you and your emotions for a long time, I think this is what causes depressions when the events get more power over us than they are supposed to. So, here's a tip and sort of a conclusion to this entire podcast. If you face a situation, a situation that throws you into a pitch dark void, I would say just sit there, cry, feel sad, moan, but let's say if you're there for X number of days, make sure that at the end of each day, you somehow try to remember your aim. You try to remember all the love you got from people. You try to remember all the happy moments in your life in the past. Also, those times when you fell while riding a bicycle and you got a bruised knee, yet you went out again to ride the bicycle the next day. Guys, trauma causing events are part of our life. They are there to test us, to remind us of our inner strength, the power of our will, and desire to be happy. So I'll just suggest just go out, talk to people, interact with your surroundings, and feel alive again. Now, before I end this, it is a request to all of you who are listening. Watch out for people around you. There are many people who are depressed and who need help, but they do not understand how to ask for it. So just keep an eye for such people, and in this process, you might actually save a life. So, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked it, do hit the subscribe button along with the bell icon. Also, there's a link in my Instagram bio to help you stream on various platforms so that you can listen to me without keeping the screen on. Adios, hasta la próxima.